we'll start it as a remote. Now this kid was playing 8 throughout the season, and all of a sudden he had a chat with me and he said, you know, I fancy like going back in goal and everything like. But when he was out, it's tremendous, and he's come on a bundle. And that's Connor over there. Second lad here, another back 4 player. When he came to, he's a bit. When he first started training and everything like, he was a bit more sort of, you know, a bit quiet and everything like that. But time's gone on now. He's done really well. He's developing now into like one of the players who will, you know, hopefully they will start improving. And that's a little bit. Right, this lad here, he came to me like about 2 weeks after the season had started. His dad asked me, you know, he said he wanted to come and play. I phoned him up, went to his house, signed him up. And when he came, he never spoke to me for about 3 weeks. You know, and he never spoke to anyone for about 3 weeks. And in the end, we had to put a sign round him. So he spoke to me. So, but anyway, he developed, and now we can't shut him up now. And that's James Glendon. This kid here, the next one is 4, is consistently throughout, been there training. You know, he shouldn't be playing for me, to be perfectly honest, and I will throw me out. He shouldn't be playing for me, he should be playing a little bit higher. And I've told him, if anyone comes in for him, you've got to go. Because he's got everything, he's always looking up to play at fullback, but he's got pace, he's got tackling ability, he's good in the air, he's got good everything, he's got a very, very good attitude to the game. And he's good for the club and everything like that, and he should develop everything like that, and that's that. Right, this kid here, he's an absolute nightmare in training. He's an absolute, every 4 minutes we're trying to talk about set plays and he's involved in what's going to do, can I do this right? Look, just calm down and I'll tell you everything. He's got a sweet left foot, not as good as Paul, but he's got a sweet left foot. If he kept his mouth shut, but what's a very, very good player. And he's passionate for the club. And his heart's in the right place, and I do really, you know, joking apart, I look at him and I think sometimes, you know what? That's it. What, with what? 200 and anything. Now we have another right-sided player. He came to me at the start of the season when we trained over the park. He'd come in, he'd fill a kit, and everyone was going, that's Gabby a bum and all that. He said, come over in there, his little bow legs, he was running like that. I thought he would never stop that pig that's running up the edge road. That's it, there you go, we're welcome. Right. This lad here came to me and he said at the start of the season, I want to play and I want to do this and I want to do that. And to be honest with you, you know, he epitomises what this club's about really, because like, he hasn't started a lot of games, but he's been there and he's done this and like, what I've asked him to do, he's always been there. And then when he's gone up, and I think to myself, if you could do that for 90 minutes, I wouldn't have a problem with you at all. If you only could do it constantly all the time. But when he's done on, he's brilliant as a manager. He's brilliant for me as a manager because I could just depend on him and just say, go on there, Jacob, go and do it for you. So, listen, you working tomorrow as well?
Yeah, what Saturday?
Another lad plays in the centre.
If any day, if you are not working for
plays in the centre. Great food.
let me know.
Great food. Good,
Take my mobile
close
number.
control. Watched him.
my mobile
And my mate
near,
who's come from America who's
I'll
helped
give
me.
you my mobile number.
Instantly joined to him. You know, I've got to work on him. When he gets the ball, he gets his head up and he just passes the ball. And he'll make us tick next year. I know he'll make us tick. Because this year he's shown in...
If any day you are not working, if you ring on this number, this is directed to my mobile.
I'll
give you...
He's got to develop a little bit more, he's got a little bit of more strength. Because the kids will be like 16 and they will be big. But if he gets it, plays it, he makes it.
Anyone else?
Whoever working there, give me
Instead
their
of the
number.
back, he said I want to play fullback tonight. So I played him in fullback. You never a fullback, so
I don't know your brother.
So I tried him there. Then I tried him the other side and I thought to myself, I'm missing somewhere over here. You've just got to be in position because you've got everything going. And all of a sudden,
Could you please tell
played
Arif
against
to
the
come
side,
here
big,
and see me?
intimidating.
Give me his
And I said to him,
number.
I thought to myself, I'm pacing up and down, and I thought to myself, should I play in there, should I play in? And I thought, right, go with your instinct and just go with it. And I said to him, all you've got to do is pick the nearest man up, mark him, and be a kid behind you. And he played out of his skin and he kept us in the game for a long period. And ever since that, it's kicked on now. And I think this year will be the best club. This year and next year will be the best club. Right now. Right, right side of midfield. We've had a lot of competition for right side of midfield. Lad, he said to me, he was good at the start of the season. He said to me, he was the founder of the club, basically. So it's not just me. He's the founder of the club. And he said to me, will you run us? And then all of a sudden, he started to, he never liked the game before, but he started to like, and then as time's gone on, he's got better and better and better. Like Jacob, he put towards the club. But it's a nice friendly atmosphere, but they all want to win. And I've watched him over about a month now, and he's had 15 minutes, he's had 20 minutes, then he's played, and he's got a great attitude, because when he comes off and he knows he hasn't played well, he sort of sits down and thinks about it, and then when we go, well you know now, when we go home, we're having dinner with the other kids, right, with the other clan that I've got, and then he sort of said, what do you think, boss? And I'll say, look, James, I'll talk to the front of the so it's not fair. And he has to take a lot being like living with me, because I'm the man, because he has to take a lot. But the thing is he's developed quickly, and he will develop even more. Irrespective of how many games he's played and how many goals on, he's gone from not kicking the ball properly to be able to pass, then go into the position, and that's what it's all about, and that's what he's done. And that's what I'm doing. This lad here, two lads, well you'll know automatically know who it is, but two lads said to me, I've got a mate who wants to come, and I thought to myself, so we had the man up. He came, trained, and I thought, why haven't you been picked up before? Right? And he came to me, he's got a great attitude, he's good, his ability on the ball, everyone knows his ability on the ball is second to none. Right? If you just get him more involved in the game and get him in the real world, Michael, right? You know what I mean? Look, today is today. But his ability, and he's won us games on his own, basically, and he's kept us in games. You've got to have players like this. You know, he's selfish. He's called a luxury. But the thing is, you've got to have players like that. You've got to have your workhorses. You've got to have your dogged, like sort of lads who will like put it in, and then you've got to have your flair players. And certainly, Michael is one of our flair players.